He didn't feel lost, and for a long time that felt like enough. His life worked within a predictable rhythm. There were schedules, responsibilities, and a structure that kept everything in order. Nothing was falling apart. Nothing demanded an urgent decision. From the outside, it looked like a stable, well-organized life. Calm, even. People around him saw someone reliable, consistent, someone who could be trusted. He saw himself that way too. Stability gave him a sense of control, a feeling of continuity. There was comfort in knowing what tomorrow would look like, and for a while that comfort felt reassuring. Whenever the idea of change appeared, it came with uncertainty. Change meant explaining things, taking risks, stepping into situations he couldn't fully predict. Staying meant continuation, and continuation felt responsible. Safe, familiar. He told himself there was no rush. That time was still on his side. That keeping things balanced was the smartest choice for now. After all, nothing was wrong. He wasn't unhappy, he was simply comfortable. So he kept choosing stability, not dramatically, not consciously every time. Just quietly, each decision made sense on its own. Together, they formed a pattern that slowly became his default way of living. Without noticing, staying stopped being a choice and became the answer before the question was even finished. There were moments when something subtle surfaced, a quiet curiosity about other versions of his life, other paths, other possibilities. It wasn't regret, more like a distant wondering. He didn't stay with those thoughts for long. Exploring them felt unnecessary when everything depended on consistency. The life he had required maintenance, attention, and care. Curiosity felt like movement, and movement threatened balance. He told himself there would be time later, time to adjust, time to explore. But later slowly moved further away. And the more stable his life became, the heavier those thoughts felt. Some possibilities didn't disappear. They simply became abstract. Eventually, a moment arrived when the choice became clearer than before. Not dramatic, not emotional, just simple and direct. Continue exactly as things were, or allow a change that would disrupt the structure he knew so well. Change meant uncertainty. Questions, instability. Stability offered continuity. No surprises, no explanations. He paused for a moment, long enough to understand the weight of the decision. And then he chose stability. Not because it felt right, but because it felt familiar. Nothing changed on the surface. The conversation ended. Life moved forward. But something quietly settled into place. Choosing stability didn't ruin his life. That's why it worked. There was no collapse, no visible loss, no immediate regret. Everything continued. The days made sense. The structure held. Over time, he began to understand that choosing stability wasn't about failing. It was about shaping his life within known limits. Some possibilities grew distant. Others became clearer. Nothing ended that day. Nothing dramatically began either. Some decisions don't change everything at once. They simply give form to what comes next. And that's how his life continued to take shape. Quietly, consistently, humanly. Stories like this are more common than they seem. They're just rarely told.